If you are in year 12 and you did not do well in term one, it is very important that you do not waste any time during these 2 week holidays. You want to go hard at it. You don't want to just do barely anything. You want to actually exert yourself, because if you do it properly, you're going to be able to go back to term two just an academic weapon, right? So in today's video, I've released a snippet from one of the coaching calls inside of my program, Dux Academy, where I go over my personal schedule during the 2 week holidays that allowed me to get a lot done and return, back to term two or back to whatever term, just a completely different person, completely refreshed. Okay, this coaching call was held inside, again, in my program. If you're interested in joining these or being a part of it, you can check the link down below. And also, one quick disclaimer, what I go over in this video, the specific routine, is only for year 12 students, okay? I'm in the process of actually making a video going over what to do if you're in year 11. It's kind of the same thing, but just way less studying, okay? Anyway, no more wasting time. Enjoy the video.
For the holiday structure, in terms of the schedule, what I'd recommend you do, everyone, is split up your days. Okay, so I'd recommend you have 2 study blocks, where like we have a study block in the morning, and then like a study block in the evening. That's how I'd recommend you do it. Okay, so in the morning, and please, by the way, please, on the holidays, don't mess up your sleep schedule. Yeah, everyone, do not mess up your sleep schedule. People have this read habit in the holidays; they sleep in like crazy. They're waking up at like 12. Like, it's terrible. I'm telling you, if you want to get ahead of 99% of other people, wake up early on the holidays. Like on the holidays, right? So everyone told me what time they're going to wake up right now in the morning. Very good question, Omar. Let me answer that. Actually, I'm about to answer that anyway. Let's see. Okay. So the advice I'm about to give is for year 12 students. Okay. I'm going to give you a modified advice for year 11s. Does that make sense? But Ilma, because you're in year 12, this is the advice I give you. First of all, what I need you to do, how many hours of studying? I'd recommend you, no joke, minimum 6 hours a day. Minimum. That's what I think. 100%. Minimum 6 hours. Right? Now, you say, wow, but it's actually very, very easy in the holidays, Ilma. Why? Because if you split this up, it's just 3 hours in the morning, 3 hours in the afternoon. Tell me that's not, like, that is easy, Ilma. Like, think about it. If you have the whole day to yourself, you do 3 hours in the morning, which is further broken down with the Pomodoro method, and then you just do 3 hours in the afternoon. That's it, right? So it's actually very simple. So you want to wake up in the morning. Do you want to outline what I did first? And then you can like ask any questions later to that. I'll tell you what I did. Okay, so this is what I personally did. First of all, I woke up at around 5 to 7 a.m., depending on the time of year. Okay, so I still woke up early. I didn't sleep in. Still woke up early, same time. Okay, so 5 to 7 / 6:30. I'd say actually 6:30. Then number 2, just a morning routine, which I've already outlined in the program anyway. Morning routine. So that's like the coffee, reading my goals, mindset stuff, all that stuff, right? So then I would actually start studying at around 8 a.m. Okay, then I'd study from 8 a.m. to 9, 10, 11, 12, like 12 p.m. Okay, then I'd take a break from like 12 to, I don't know, 1:30 to 2, depends on the day, depends on what I'm doing. And during that break, I wouldn't sit down and scroll and do nothing. I do exercise. I'd also eat and then like shower and everything. Okay. Then my next study session would be at 2 o'clock. Okay. So yes, Pomodoro. So when I say 8 to 12, this is 50-minute study block with 10-minute break. Okay. So then have a break here. Study is from 2 p.m., 3, 4, 5. So by the way, my study length depended between 6 to 8 in the holidays. 6 hours to 8 hours a day in the holidays. Depends on the day, depends on what I'm doing, etc. So I'd either end at 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Or like 5. It depends. Sometimes even more. Okay. That's that. And then at night, I'd pretty much just stop studying, then reflect on the day, then plan tomorrow, and then rest by like watching Netflix or something, and then just go on to bed early. That's it. And I've just done that every day. That's in terms of the actual time. Okay. Now, some key themes here. First of all, waking up early. That's the first thing. Second of all, the second key theme is that you're still resting. Okay. Like, yes, I say that I studied 6 to 8 hours, but like that still had a lot of rest included. Not only was I doing Pomodoro here, I also had a break in between. I also rested at night doing whatever I wanted. Right. What time did I sleep? It depends on the season of like the time of the year, but I sleep around 10:30, sometimes 11, like that time. Yeah. And obviously there's exceptions. For example, there might be one day where like, it was my rest day or like I went out or something, like maybe one day, but yeah, like 10:30 to 11. That's where I typically go to sleep. Yeah, that's pretty much it. To answer to go on to the next thing, I've outlined the time, the schedule. The next important thing to answer is what you need to be doing inside of the study session. Okay, because I don't want you, Ilma, spending or any of you in year 12. I don't want you spending 8 hours, 6 hours taking notes. That is terrible to do. What the highest leverage tasks is, highest leverage tasks is number one, fixing knowledge gaps from previous terms. Okay. Sorry. Before that, reflecting on previous term. So, Uma, obviously, I don't mean to put you on the spot, but there were some mistakes that you made. Like, for example, we spoke about this together, not applying the method, not being consistent, all these things, like, don't just ignore them. Like, do not just ignore them. There's a reason why it happened, and you need to seriously reflect on your life why it happened. And you cannot ignore it. Because if you ignore it, it's going to happen. The same thing's going to happen, and it's going to fall in the same cycle. So you need to sit down. And every time I tell someone to do this, they say, yeah, I'll do it. And then they do it for 5 minutes. This is a deep inner reflection, right? So when I say reflect on previous term, like I need you to actually be like, okay, what mistakes did I make? Okay. What did I do well? Okay. How can I prevent this for next time? Like, for example, one of the mistakes you made, Ilma, was cramming. Okay. You need to seriously get pissed off by that. And you need to be like, that's it. I'm not cramming next term. Okay. So all this stuff, this is before we start any studying. We have to reflect on yourself. Okay. That's that. Next thing is fixing the knowledge gap from previous terms. And you just simply do this by understanding. I think you asked this the other day, should I take notes? Because you're in year 12, I want you to save time and just do Anki straight away. Right. So understand and just put it into Anki and then review daily. It's important that you review the Anki cards daily. Okay, Ilma? Every single day. Now, the next thing. So, by the way, how do you find your knowledge gaps? Can you tell me? Let's testing you real quick. I've went over this in the program. How are we going to find our knowledge gaps?
Syllabus?
Yes, but from the syllabus, what technique are we going to use to find it?
Traffic light?
Yes, that's it, right? So we're going to use traffic light. And from the syllabus, we're going to know exactly, you should know exactly what you do and don't know once you do traffic light. Then you want to fix those knowledge gaps. That should take around, well, it's actually hard for me to say because it depends. I can't even give you a time, but yeah, let's say it takes a week. I'm not sure. Should take maybe less than that actually, but let's say that. Then the next thing is getting ahead for next term. And then the final one is past papers. Oh my goodness, I cannot emphasize this enough. Okay, you need to do past papers in the holidays. You need to do it. Okay. But yeah, those pretty much all you need to be working on. Either reflecting on previous term, by the way, this takes like this you can do now actually. Ilma, you can do this actually right now after this call. You don't have to wait till the holidays for this. You can do this now. Fixing the knowledge gaps, right? Do that. Getting ahead, past papers. Please start this early. Do not leave past papers till the last day of the holidays. That literally defeats the purpose of the holidays. Okay? Please start them ASAP. When I say ASAP, I mean as soon as you're able to. For example, the minute you fix knowledge gaps, do some past papers on it. Getting ahead for next term, do some past papers to test your knowledge. And then one other thing, is if you have any assignments, Ilma, I don't know if you do. If you have any assignments that you're aware of, that you've got any assessment task for, okay, then don't worry. It will just be like working on that. And that's it.